Ayan. Yun is ikaw mag-manage.
Saan ba ganun?
Pagka ano. Okay. I-share ko kasi siya. Nasaan ang ano? Teka lang. Ano ba, Chi? Ayan. Yan na po. Bali, attorney, we are live na po siya. Bali, pagka, ano na lang po si...
Okay, ganun.
Ganun na lang siya. Okay.
Ano din dito?
Hindi. Doon ko, try mo. Kasi hindi sila kita.
Hindi nakikita para magpag-video.
Sa YouTube po, try nyo po. You can try po yung ating ano, Bids and Awards Committee Tares. Kasi mag-feed po yan pagka yung sounds.
YouTube channel ko.
Yung ano po, yung account ko, ginamit ko po as tas ginawa ko ng some bids. Ano. Wala naman po yung laman yun. Kasi yung bago po natin, hindi pa po pwede. Bago pa lang. Sa wala akong Facebook. Okay. Ayan po siya.
Pag nagtawag ako ng attendance on chance sila ito ko sa dito sa committee.
Akin po.
Pinost ko kasi yung
Ayun pala eh.
Ano po,
Nagtanong.
i-resume na lang po.
Yan na lang, yan na lang.
Nandiyan naman yung iba. Okay, good afternoon once again. This is the Bids and Award Committee of Quezon Martires City. We are
That's
continuing with the public bidding of the last procurement project, which is the delivery of goods with services. This is under IPB. Goods 2025-100, reference number 126722714. Under pillar number 2024-08-1253. Title of the project, Procurement of Comprehensive Tax Mapping Operations and Activity of the Real Properties for 13 barangays in Quezon Martires City. Full budget, 30 million pesos. For today's public bidding of this particular project, under Section 38 of the RA 12009, pursuant to its IRR, the Bids and Award Committee is mandated to strictly put this into live streaming as we are doing now. Present for today, this representation from the City Legal Office's chairperson. We have our Senro Officer, Architect Croniso Officer, Engineer Eliminator Fidel as a member. Mr. Eliminator Lucero Jr. is currently disposed. 4 members being present. We have quorum. Present also for today's public bidding and opening of bid are the members and heads of the Bank Secretariat and Technical Working Group.
Present.
Present po.
For today's bidding conference, in attendance also from the public, and Mr. Godofredo at Arquenda of GP Arquenda Survey. Mr. Raymond Fernandez of GP Fernandez Survey. Mr. Rolando Cortez of Quadrant Survey. So, tatlo lang sila na present for the day. So, did we send notices and invitation to COA and NGO for today's public bidding?
Yes, attorney. We sent invitation to COA and NGO, but for today's bidding, none of them is present.
Despite notice and proof that they have received the scheduled public bidding for today, Ms. Claire Mendoza of the COA Resident Auditor of Quezon Martires City, Pastor Isagire and Ma'am Lorena Yano, representative of NGO, are not around. Despite this, we are still continuing with the public bidding as this is being recorded and now being live streamed. pursuant to the requirement and strict mandate of RA 12009 for transparency and accountability of those who are involved in the public bidding of this procurement project. For goods above 10 million, this should be live streamed. For infrastructure above 20 million, must be live streamed. And for procurement of services, 5 million above must be live streamed. This is the only one with the amount of 30 million, so we are live streaming. For those who have submitted their bid and who have not yet been pre-qualified or who have not yet participated in the public bidding of Quezon Martin City for the last year, calendar year 2025. Their envelope number 1, which contains the eligibility and qualifying requirements, will be opened, scrutinized, and reviewed if they will pass or fail any criterion that is set by Code 009. In the event that one of the documents evaluated and reviewed did not pass, the envelope number 2 will not be opened and they will be automatically disqualified. However, if they pass every criterion enumerated under the bid qualification, we will now proceed with the opening of the envelope number 2, provided that it will be lower than the approved budget for the contract. We are now proceeding with the reading of the title, ABC, and those who have submitted their bid for this project.
Okay, Patrick. For the project, procurement of comprehensive tax mapping operations and activity of the real properties for 13 barangays in Trece Martires City with an ABC of 30 million pesos. 4 companies viewed and ordered at PhilJeps, namely Altera Geomatics Construction, J.R. Fernandez Surveying and Engineering Services, J.P. Artieda Surveying Office, and Quadrant Surveying Services. Also, 3 companies bought the bid documents. But for today's bidding, only 1 company submitted their bid proposal. They are GP Artieda Surveying Office, Quadrant Surveying Services. Yes, correct. Quadrant Surveying Services, J.R. Fernandez Surveying and Engineering Services, JVA.
So this is under the JBA,
JVA.
the joint venture agreement. Before we proceed with the qualification of each of the members of the JBA, we have to see and read the joint venture agreement, which must be contained in the envelope number 1 in order to show and qualify them if their JBA is in accordance with what 12009 requires.
Okay.
Let's open the envelope of 12009. This is being shown to the camera for the opening of the envelope number 1, which contains qualification by which the criterion for the pass or fail will be measured, as well as the JBA itself. Let's see the JBA first. If that passes the criterion for the eligible joint venture agreement, acceptable joint venture agreement rather, then we can proceed with each of the document and eligibility document submitted by each of the parties to the said joint venture agreement.
Okay. So, hanapin natin yung JVA first. JVA is number 5. Okay, this is the tri-party joint venture agreement. Tripart. This tri-party joint venture agreement entered into by and between GP Artieda Surveying Office, Quadrant Surveying Services, and J.R. Fernandez Surveying and Engineering Services. Yeah. All documents was signed and notarized. Saan mo nakikita yung ayun? Attorney, in this tri-party joint venture agreement, the parties agreed among themselves that the shares of each entity is undertaking the project shall be as follows: 40% for GP Artieda Surveying Office, 40% po.
JP Arqueda.
30% for Quadrant Surveying Services. 30, yes po. And also 30% for JR Fernandez Surveying and Engineering Services.
In the JPA, who is assigned to sign for the bid proposal? As representative.
This JVA was signed by a representative of by 3 companies mentioned po.
Who did they designate as authorized representative to sign the bid documents?
Okay. Basahin. Ito po. Engineer Godofredo Arqueda Jr., Engineer Rolando Cortez, and Engineer Joe Raymond Fernandez are hereby named, appointed, and constituted as the authorized managing officers po. And as such, are representative for and in behalf of the herein joint venture and all bids, contracts, and other documents whatsoever pertinent to said project shall be signed by any of one of them.
Does the JPA contain joint and several liability clause?
Number 3 po. Okay. Number 2. So I will read paragraph number 2 that GP Artieda Surveying Office will be the lead entity in this tri-party joint venture agreement on the basis of the aforestated shares. Number 3, for communication purposes, all communication letters shall be addressed at the joint venture's business address at GP Artieda Surveying Office, Block 4, Lot 8, 6, Diamond Village, Anabuto F at Imus, Cavite. And mobile number 0939-936-7384. And last, number 4, the parties shall be jointly and severally liable for any and all obligation which the joint venture may incur on the basis of the aforestated shares of the parties for all the necessary capital, equipment, technical personnel, management, supervision, and other efforts and resources for the proper implementation of the project in the event that the efforts and in the event that the joint venture is awarded the contract for the said project, and further bind themselves as the respective uh, fullest cooperation and best effort toward to the completion of the project in accordance with the approved terms of reference and specifications, and to complete the same within the approved schedule.
So they are joint
Yes.
and severally liable, sir.
Yes.
This cannot be prorated liability.
Okay. The parties shall be jointly and severally liable. Yes. Okay.
When was this notarized?
It was notarized on December 10, 2025. Okay. Doc number 430, page number 86, book number 41, series of 2025.
So on the case of the JBA, so duly submitted original copy.
Yes, Potter.
On the case of JBA, duly submitted for purposes of participating in this procurement project. It appears that on the initial evaluation, the JBA contains a complete qualification and mandated provision under Cloud 009, but will still be subjected to further evaluation. But for now, this criterion the criterion for the JBA has passed is a smart pass. Continue with the qualifications assessment of the participant of this JBA.
Okay, Potter.
Let's start with JPRK.
Okay.
They have the majority of the. I'm assuming JPRK Arqueta is the lead partner.
Yes.
Lead partner kayo. Kayo
Yeah, 3
40%.
po. 3. Yeah, all of us are present, sir.
Yeah, I'm asking lead part
Yeah,
A.
yeah, I'm the one who is
Leading.
leading now.
Kasi 40% kayo.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Start with lead part A.
Okay. For PhilJEP's registration, GPRT at the serving office uh, submitted platinum membership of PhilJEPs with an expiration date of September 12, 2026, so past. DTI certificate expiration date is on August 21, 2030. Mayor's permit expiration date is on December 31, 2025. Tax clearance expiration date is February 11, 2026, passed. Audited financial statement date filing is March 19, 2025, passed. Pickup license is not applicable, so passed po. While J.R. Fernandez Surveying and Engineering Services also submitted platinum membership, PhilJEPs, with an expiration date of October 12, 2026. Lapit mo na lang. Their DTI certificate will be expired on November 15, 2026. Mayor's permit expiration date is December 31, 2025. Tax clearance expiration date is December 6, 2025. Audited financial statement date filing May 9, 2025. Pick
Tax
up
clearance, December 6.
based on the PhilJEPs po. Ito, December 6.
Can you ask Angela kung meron silang bagong tax clearance because that's already expired?
Okay, J.R. Fernandez po.
Please submit the receipt. That's not possible. Kasi expired, as of now, expired siya.
May resibo po, makukuha po ata.
Furnish the bids and award
Yes.
bago mag-post evaluation ng kopya. Yes. Para safe tayo.
Okay. Next is the Quadrant Surveying Services. Also submitted platinum membership with an expiration date of August 5, 2026, passed. DTI certificate expiration date is February 9, 2028. Mayor's permit expiration date December 31, 2035. Okay.
2025.
Yes. 10 years.
2035.
Yung previous one natin, yes. Baka nagkamali sa akin.
Baka sa PhilJEPs po miss.
Maybe typo error from the
Ay,
field.
sa PhilJEPs.
Yeah, it's 1 year lang po.
Yes po. Tax clearance also expiration date May 26, 2026. Okay. Audited financial statement was filed April 30, 2025. Pickup license not applicable. So PhilJEPs registration for 3 companies was passed.
So for the three companies, BP, Archeta, Quadrant, and J.R. Fernandez, all has passed
Yes.
the qualifying requirement under PhilJEPs. Let's move to the SLCC.
Okay. For the single largest completed contract or the SLCC, J.R. Fernandez Surveying and Engineering Services submitted their SLCC. Name and location of the contract is Ibaan GIS System, collection of data from the assessor, creation of system, connection to existing phase 1 to 3 municipality of Ibaan. Nature of work is GIS system or tax mapping, amounting to 15 million pesos. Date of contract is January to September 2024. They are the sole contractor for this project. 15 million pesos is sufficient for our required 50% of the ABC. Together with this statement are the following: the certification from the City Mayor of Ibaan, Batangas for this project. Also, Notice of award from Ibaan also. 15 million project. Notice to proceed also is present. It's nothing. So,
Proposed evaluation.
yes.
How about the other two? Yeah.
For this technical eligibility, only J.R. Fernandez Surveying Engineering Services submitted their SLC.
Your lead partner, the lead partners SLCC is qualified. Let's move to their net financial capacity.
Okay. For the net financial contracting capacity,
But still subject to post evaluation. Yeah, verify pa namin. Kailangan verify.
yes. Okay. Their net financial contracting capacity amounting to 112,230,375 pesos. All ongoing contracts, they have no ongoing government and private contracts.
How about the others?
Wala rin. So this is the joint venture agreement that we read earlier. So bid security, they use bid securing declaration as a form of bid security. Signed and notarized. So plan approach. I think this plan and approach of methodology. Record pa kasi ko yung friend. They submitted also plan of approach and methodology po. Also work schedule in Gantt chart.
What's the timeline for the work schedule?
210 calendar days po.
What is required under the TOR?
Nasaan yung ano natin? In our posting, we require them 210 calendar days din. Wala.
Pero
Wala.
dito mali.
Kita naman. No? So, pass po yung kanilang proposed calendar days for our terms of reference. Present also the organizational structure and manpower complements. The curriculum vitae. Sign package. Isa-isahin natin. Para tuklatin na natin lahat. Application. Aba. So, after curriculum vitae, the survey equipment also is submitted. List of equipment and instruments, vehicle and license software. This. Okay. Certificate of registration and testing. Okay. List of equipment of the firm also submitted po. So, yun lang. Omnibus sworn statement. Omnibus sworn statement signed and notarized dated December 15, 2025 po. So, omnibus sworn statement passed also. So, yun po. DTI po. Yes po. According the three suppliers po submitted alin po? Ay, hindi po. Separate po yung kanilang DTI registration po. Ano po?
Yes.
Dapat po yung ADA na rate.
Ask the there is a manifestation from the committee member that DTI must be registered with the DTI. Please respond.
Sir, kung nanalo po kasi, magkakaroon po yan ng team. Then magkakaroon po ng isa po sa mga requirements. Actually, hindi po siya DTI pero team number for that.
Yes.
Pag nanalo na. Hindi po kasi magpapan po yung DIR. So, yun po yung requirement.
Nasa sa
Sige, sir.
guidelines yun na dapat bago kayo sumali sa BB. Yung DBA niya ay registered sa DTI. Nasa checklist po yun ng
Sure, parang
percentage.
intent pa lang po kasi. So, hindi pa naman po siguro. Pero once po kasi nananalo po, normally po, yun naman po rin i-require po ng procuring entity yung mga
Yes.
Now, in this case, there are two types of JBA. One is intent to participate in a JBA and one is a fully formed JBA. I think what Engineer Fidel is asking, what you submitted is already a formed and JBA, not intent.
Sir, kung if you we see kasi po yung parang sinasabi niyo po sa JBA na if we win.
Huh?
If we win.
They win daw.
If they
Ano na yun, after the fact na yun, if we win.
Yes, sir. Kung
But the JBA must say that it is already a formed JBA that is different from intent to form a JBA. So the engineer Fidel is asking, after sorting out the qualifying requirement, if the JBA was really registered with the DTI.
Sir, may iba doon naman sa first months natin, upon notice to proceed, if we start the project, doon yung naka-indicate yung deliverables yung utilization, etc., ng GBA agreement, etc. Nandun po yun sa timeline. So, if ever that we are lucky to win, that's the timeline wherein we have to process the GBA registration whatsoever as compliance with the BIR requirements.
So this is you incorporated the JB for purposes of this video.
Yes.
So this is an unincorporated joint venture. Unincorporated. UNINCORPORATED. Unin. UN. Hindi na incorporate na JBA. That's what you're saying. Please, because this is on record. This is different from JB as company.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah. This you're not forming a company,
Yeah.
but this is only an unincorporated joint venture.
Yes,
Tama?
yes, sir. Because we are explicitly specified in the PPA agreement that the majority stockholders later on will be the signatories or whatever will be for the contracts with procuring entity. And in the timeline process, we need to first months. If the procuring entity will require so, then we have to register the CGP if they require as requirements in the for taxation, etc.
Yes, hindi. Ano po ano?
Kasi po kasi sa checklist na nung kakingan sa 84 at yung
Checklist ko.
bago kayo sumali sa BB, dapat pag-ibig niya yung ABA mo at register kayo sa DTI.
Pero dun sa terms of natin, sa scope of sa scope natin, nandun sa first months to sir, naka-indicate doon yung whatever legalization of the GPA if the procuring in the team is so required, that's our timeline to comply with the requirements for any GPA, for our GPA, if the procuring entity will so required for us
Sir,
for any legalization.
Sir, actually, maski sa DTI po, hindi naman sila nagre-register ng DTI.
Yung SEC.
So, yung SEC, sir, yung incorporation na po yun. Kung nag-corporate po kami. So, hindi naman po kami nag-corporate. So, unincorporated po kami. Ang DTI po is per sole proprietorship. So, lahat naman po na sinalihan. Sa akin, lahat po na sinalihan ng joint venture. Ganun po. Then after ko naman nanalo kami, kailangan po namin mag-register sa BI as a joint venture for that purpose ng taxation. Pero po, yung sa mismo pong sinasabi niyo pong DTI, then ko lang po actually narinig na.
Ang mistaken lang ako, SPC yung...
So ang SEC po kasi is for corporations. Since we are not corporations, we are not, hindi naman po kami sabot. Ang alam ko po, after na po nito, after the fact na kung mananalo po, if we decide to create a corporation based on the joint venture, then we are required for the SEC. Pero generally po, the general requirements would be a BIR PIN number.
Ano lang po ako na ang sarili ay SPC. Hindi po yung SEC.
So instead of the DTI, ang sinasabi ko sa nila.
Lalo po ng DTI, ang
Okay, so in order not to, in the interest of time, since you have already been pre-qualified during the pass and fail criterion, however, there is a manifestation and actual inquiry from one of the committee members from Independent Fidel regarding the qualification standard that the JPA must be registered and with the clarification provided by the joint venture agreement parties, we will subject this to post-evaluation. But for now, we can open the envelope number 2. At any rate, this is not yet being awarded to you. This will still be a post-evaluation. For now, we will open the envelope number 2 as it is the pass and fail criterion for this initial evaluation of envelope number 1 is already
Yes, start.
completed.
Completed. Okay, to open the financial component of their bid. Saan siya? First is the bid form. The bid form used is in accordance with the GPPB standard 4 RA 12009. So, pass po. With an ano ba itong amount? Okay, GP Arqueda Surveying Office, Quadrant Surveying Services, and JP Fernandez and Surveying Services JV. Bid form po. Signed by the representative of the three companies under JPA po.
Ano yan, di ba? Solprop, lahat sila?
Apo.
Solprop kayo lahat.
DTA po lahat
So, tapos kayo na yung may-ari mismo?
Okay. So,
Omnibus?
Omnibus po, earlier is already they submitted Omnibus Sworn Statement passed signed by the three
Okay.
authorized representative from the three companies. So again, for the record, GP Arqueda Surveying Office, Quadrant Surveying Services, JR Fernandez and Surveying Services JVA. Bid for this project is 29,204,649 pesos and 60 centavos. Again, 29,204,649 pesos and 60 centavos.
After evaluation of the bid documents qualifying the eligibility requirement under envelope number 1 for this tripartite joint venture agreement submitted by JP Arqueda, Quadra, and J.R. Fernandez, whom all are being represented by their owners, sole proprietors. They were able to pass the initial pre-qualification standard using a pass and fail criteria. However, during the discussion and the qualification, Engineer Fidel raised a manifestation and question regarding the qualifying requirement of SEC or DTI registration for the JVA. The committee ruled that this will still be subjected to post-evaluation for purposes of, and since there's no objection on the opening of the bid for envelope number 2, the Bids and Award Committee proceeded with the opening of bid. Upon opening, the tripartite joint venture agreement was able to submit a bid in the amount of 29,204,649 pesos and 60 cents, which is lower than the approved budget for the contract. Detailing the tripartite agreement between JP Arqueta, Quadrant, and J.R. Fernandez as the single calculated bidder for this project, subject to post-evaluation. Any more manifestation or clarification from the committee members? For the participants, meron po kayong clarifications and tanong.
None, sir.
For the participants and the bidder who participated for today, you are not yet declared as the awardee, but you are declared as winner since you are only a single entity who joined the public bidding for today. Nonetheless, this will be subjected to post-evaluation after the issuance of the notice of award. That is the time only that we can declare you as the winning bidder. Subject to the timeline, kailan may issue ang NA nito?
It depends on the post qualification po or evaluation po.
Post-evaluation will record this notice. 2 weeks?
Ilan? Three
Technical working group for goods.
to ano.
5 days po.
May nakatiwa bukas sa Friday. Tapos hanggang 23 lang
So,
pasok.
next
Kaya
week.
na.
Mga 2 weeks po.
I'm thinking 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Until
Mga bakasyon na nga po pala.
January, first week of January.
Apo. First week po.
The post-evaluation will be conducted in 2 weeks from today.
Bataan.
And the result of the evaluation will be forwarded to the tripartite agreement parties, as well as to the city mayor for evaluation of the possible issuance of the notice of award, in case they pass the post-evaluation. Then thereafter, within 7 days, a notice to proceed will be issued subject to the availability of the city mayor who will sign and issue the notice to proceed. Having said that, we are now concluding any manifestation from that right? We are now concluding the public meeting for today. We still have several, we have a people conference, but for those who already are through with the participation for today, you may be excused.
Thank you.
So, cut na yung live stream.
Okay.
Thank you. Ito mo.
Sino yun? Si Ma'am Che.
Shout out.
Shout out. Happy birthday po, Mayor.
Happy birthday po.
Kung nanonood si Mayor.
Sino ba yung nanood? Si Mika kasi?
Hindi ko
Baka
alam.
may
Meron lang talaga nanonood.
Ano kasi ano? Mayor?
Nakapublic siya eh.
Para sa tataas ng view dito.
Ay,
Okay, cut na natin.
Monetization.